university be known, or would the faculty be known for doing research and publishing those findings? So you need to find out what are the things you need and put them down on one side. Very importantly, look at the student body. Where are the students coming from? Are they from all over the country? Are they specifically from one area? Because one of the things I realize about education, that it's not necessarily about what you learn in the classroom. More importantly, everything outside of it holds a lot of value. If I look back at my education when I went to college, I actually did 2 degrees, economics and computer science, and I don't think I've ever used that in my life. I've never used, I don't even remember what I studied. But what I remember are those connections I made with my peers when we were living in the same dorms, or my faculty when I went to sit with them during their office hours, and the conversations I had. And they are the ones which have impacted my personality. They are the ones who have made me who I am today, because I was able to learn more about and get different viewpoints, form my own opinions, develop my personality. So being on college is about that also. It's about getting a whole different types of students and learning from each other, from different backgrounds, different cultures, different experiences. And this whole melting pot of experiences becomes your world, becomes your access to learning a lot more. So use this time wisely to understand and research more about the colleges. Meet them in this virtual admissions fair. Check out their websites, talk to your seniors who might have gone there, check out their placements, what kind of roles and what kind of jobs the students who are graduating from these colleges are having, what kind of salaries are they drawing, etc. All these will help you understand, is this college a fit for me? Would I be happy here for the next 3 to 4 years? Will this give me everything that I need in order to succeed later on in life, or to go on to a job, or to move on to a higher education? If I want to do a master's, is this degree recognized for me to go abroad for a master's, or to stay in India for a master's? So there's a whole bunch of things you should be looking at. So in this COVID time, I think you have more time. The only thing that is different is you can't physically visit a college. That's the only thing, right? And how many of us actually would have done and visited those colleges earlier? A lot of us don't do that. We listen to our peers, we listen to our alumni and all that from our schools. Okay, this is a college, I'm happy at this college, so why don't you try? A lot of us don't visit, so nothing has changed, trust me. Okay. Also find out what these colleges are planning to do in July, August. Are they planning to open? Are they going to be online? Do they have provision, a proper platform to give you online classes or not? So these things will be important for you to understand and decide which college to go to. Yeah. So just a very quick take on that. PD, over to you if there's any questions that we have a few questions that both of us can
Uh,
answer. Yeah.
yes, I think both of us have answered.
Yeah.
Typically, I think 90% of the queries have
Right.
been answered. If there is any other question from students, please, we are here to help you. If you could write in the chat box or in a Q&A, quickly ask us questions. We are more than happy to take up. If there aren't many questions, then we could easily sum it up. What a few things that they can look at, we could sum
Yeah.
it up for them, because most of the data we've already shared, what will
Hmm.
be relevant to
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other thing which both of us believe, that when we are talking about backups, please make sure that students, you have proper backups. Don't just wait for your 12th class result, and when the result will come, one day when the result comes, I will get a great result, and then apply to colleges. By that time, if the result is not to your satisfaction, it will be a big problem. So my request to all of you is, thanks to, why should I say thanks to, because of COVID, the institutions have extended their deadline, which is application deadline. Lot of them have their deadline extended till 30th of June or 1st of July. My request to all of you is, apply to these universities. It doesn't matter whether they are private universities, government universities, please apply to all of them. Save a seat. Please save yourself a seat to in your choicest destination or in your university, whether that university is in Kolkata or Mumbai, Pune, Delhi, Bangalore, wherever, whether Ahmedabad, I mean, it just depends. Wherever these institutions are, please go save yourself this year. All right.
Yeah.
My request, another request is, a lot of students keep thinking 2021 it will be easier. 2021 is also going to be a very difficult year. Why? Because all these kids, lakhs of students who wanted to go abroad, will be looking at India. And of course, there are many other SAARC countries or African countries which are looking at India. Then, of course, Indian students from this year, few students would also like to take the chance in 2021. It's going to be a difficult year and very competitive. So my request is save yourself and block your seats right away. Nirmal, maybe
Yeah.
a question or two, your few points, and then maybe we
Yeah.
could take one
I'll
question.
I'll before I say anything, I want you to answer one of your favorite questions. And the question is, I am a PCM student with CS as my fifth subject. What other options can I opt for apart from engineering? I don't know. I know you'll give him hundreds of options right
I
now.
swear. My request is engineering. Yes, engineering stays on the plate. Engineering also, if you're applying to the other national exams, my request is think about other private colleges. Of course, if your IIT main score is good, then you're looking at your NITs and triple IITs. And if you happen to go to advanced, then the ICERs also look at a possibility. Okay, so that's good. The other thing that you should be looking at, merchant navy right now, we don't know which way merchant navy will be, how many countries, so on. Look at your strength as in physics and maths. And if physics and maths is your strength, you could do a major in physics or maths. You could also do a double major, triple major combination. You could also look at careers like data science, data analytics, those are other careers. You could also look at industrial design, auto design, product design, transport design, interaction design. You could look at UI, UX, graphics. I mean, if design looks good to you, architecture and all have always been their traditional careers. So those are great possibilities. There are many more new age careers. Look at them. Okay. Great.
Great.
Yes,
Yeah.
Sanjeev, we are
Uh,
more or less done with our questions.
I'll
We've
just
answered.
address one more. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
please, please.
Neha, Somain are both asking, I think, about digital marketing. And I think it's a great career. I think you're confused about what career to take up. Should I take up digital marketing? It definitely is a wonderful career to look at, because if you look all around you, there's so much marketing happening. A lot more of it is digital than the traditional print that you're used to, right? And what does digital marketing mean? It includes your social media marketing that you're looking at. It includes the design elements. So if you're creative and you're able to design, obviously you can be part of that. You might be an English major and you can still be part of the digital marketing workforce because you're going to create copy for that content, right? Digital marketing also includes blogging, right? It doesn't have to be that I create a great graphic and put it out on social media. Companies are increasingly using blogs and professional bloggers to reach out and resell their products, etc. So if you're a good writer, if you're a good designer, if you're creative, yes, digital marketing is a wonderful career for the future. Everything is going to be, a lot of things are going to be used on the digital platforms, social media platforms, and this it's nothing but up. So definitely I would suggest to Neha, Shomain, everyone, if you're looking at that, you're on the right track. Just make sure you work hard. See, no matter what career you choose, if you're going to be good at it, if you're going to work hard at it, I'm sure you will succeed. You know, there is no great career. Things change. When we 25 years ago, when PD and I were in school and college, didn't even know what careers would be there right now. We could never have prepared yourself for a career that we didn't even know is going to exist. So you need to be open minded. You need to give yourself as much skills as you can right now without worrying about a specific career. So if you love something, by all means, go into it. If digital marketing is an area of interest, I'm sure you can leverage on that to do other things later on. If that changes, your skills will remain and you can leverage and change. Do we have
Uh,
time, Sanjeev, for me to? Yeah, sorry, go ahead, PD.
I'll just quickly
Yeah.
answer. For MBA, which course is better, BBA or BCom? Doesn't matter. Do anything, whatever you want. Okay, you could go to MBA from both. Next is last question that I'm taking. But our board exams aren't over, and the universities would take admission. Universities would give you admission on the basis of your provisional, and they will wait for your final board result. Please understand, you can't keep waiting for your board result. So universities are aware of that. So they will give you admission, and then it will be provisional admission subject to your clearing your board exams and as when the result comes. So please do that. All right, Nirmal, over to you.
Yeah. So just some final thoughts. And I wanted to use this example of what I read in a book called The World is Flat by this wonderful author called Thomas Friedman. So if you get a chance to read that, though some of it is changing right now. But one of the things that have stuck with me is he says there are four types of workers in the world. The number one is the special workers, people like Sachin Tendulkar and Virat Kohli, who are so special that no matter what, they're going to make money, they're going to be successful. The second is the specialized workers who have educated themselves and are professionals like doctors and lawyers. So you do need lawyers, you do need doctors. You're going to fall sick in this situation, especially, and you need your doctors and nurses. So they are the ones who are not going to be threatened by any job changes, etc. The third are the anchored workers. Anchored are the ones who are needed in a particular location, like a security guard, like a barber. I know last 3 months we all have been growing our hair or have been cutting our hair. PD didn't have to worry about that, but I have been cutting my own hair. So my hair has been exactly the same length for the last 3 months. So you need a barber no matter where in the world. You cannot outsource a barber's function. You cannot virtualize a barber's function. Affairs cannot come out with a virtual barber yet. They can come out with a virtual admission fare, but not a virtual barber. So these are the things that will always be there, and many of us will not be special or specialized or anchored. So what do we do in that case? The fourth thing, which is people like you and me will be doing, we need to be is adaptable. So no matter what the situation, we need to have the skills, the abilities, and the knowledge to change and pivot and adapt to whatever situation we can be in. So I use my own example. I've changed from economics and computer science was my college degree. I moved on from there and I joined my father's business, which was in warehousing. I moved on from there and set up my own firm, which was in fashion design. Then I moved into management courses, etc. And now I'm in career counseling and college coaching. So I have changed with the times myself. So my softer skills, my technical skills, and others have been always useful for me, and I have always been able to add on the hard skills depending on what career I want to choose. So invest in yourself right now. And there were a couple of questions again which we tried to address. What can we do now right now to prepare for the future? Please be adaptable. Please invest in those skills that you can give to yourself. So no matter what comes in later on, you'll be resilient and you'll be prepared to face that uncertain future.
So can you please throw some light that during this pandemic, how they should upskill their, their learning capabilities, or how online, because it's so much of clutter and there's so much of
Right.
confusion,
Right.
and students really don't know which are the skill sets they could pick up, which will help them irrespective of whatever
Hmm.
stream they are choosing. So can
Right.
you please throw some light on
I
that?
Yeah, I did talk about it, Sanjeev. That technical skills are very, very important, no matter what careers they are going to be in. So your technical skills are extremely important, and I used your example, in fact, how you used your technical and soft skills and the ability to change and do problem solving to come up with this platform so quickly in the last 2 3 months. So technical skills definitely, and there's websites. There's a brilliant course called CS50. CS50X on the platform called edX,
Okay.
edx.org. So please go. It's Introduction to Computer Science. It's taught by a Harvard professor called David Malan, and it's probably the most popular online course in the world with thousands, hundreds of thousands of students taking that. And it's a course taught at Harvard, but they've taken it online also. So take CS50X if you want to get an exposure to computer science. You learn a little bit of programming, but you don't need to become an expert programmer. Sanjeev didn't have to create the program for this virtual tool. He hired people, but you'll get an understanding of the power of technology to solve problems in the world. The crisis we are facing in terms of the healthcare, in terms of energy, etc. Technology is being leveraged right now to solve those things. So yes, you do need an appreciation for that. So for me, it is the softer skills, but more importantly, your technical skills that you need.
I think that was a fantastic takeaway. So, Prakshitji, what are the other things while children should balance themselves during this time, this point of time, so that they're mentally not exhausted and not drained? What are the key suggestions that you have for as a signing off takeaway?
See, a couple of things. They could invest in international language. They could do hobby classes. They could do quizzes. They could do EMUNs. There are so many activities that are online. They could attend conferences. They could do summer schools. There's so much that you can do sitting at home. Okay. The last bit of advice is they have to stay motivated. They have to eat healthy. They have to have the right balance here. They have to have their backup plans in place. And that's it. And just wait for the right day. Just lie low, stay safe. Everything will be okay.
I think that was a fantastic pearls of wisdom from both of you. Before we sign out, to all the attendees who are attending, I think we've built up this platform for you to engage from the comfort of your home. Please have a cappuccino or a masala chai in hand. Go and meet all the institutions. They are some of the top universities from India, and their career counselors are immediately available at the click of a button. You can connect to them on WhatsApp. You can do a video chat with them, or you can talk to them on a phone, or you can just do a chat with them. They'll guide you with all kind of courses which are available, the scholarships that they are offering. So get your doubts cleared directly from the admissions team. We are getting the admissions team to your home. Please make the best use of it. We also have a fantastic lineup of speakers. Some of the vice chancellors from leading universities of India and eminent educators sessions follows this. So please stay tuned. Do all the best. And we wish you all the best during this time. We'll all get out of it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Parikshit ji. Thank you, Nirmal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.